Guys, how are you today?
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hey, y'all. It's Lady C in the house. How y'all doing today?
Good. What we got?
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying, hey.
We good. Hey,
Y'all good?
Wait a second.
Okay. Well, welcome to Iconic Conversations, and I am so overexcited today because we have our first outside guest. And when I say outside, like somebody whom is not a part of the team, because we've been the previous episodes has been all about iconic conversations, who we are, who we represent, what we represent. And though I'm going to do that introduction again until you guys know nothing but iconic conversations, you're going to hear about this from Lady C doing every episode. So Iconic Conversations is a new virtual platform created to support different artists, their brand, their music, and to talk about the music. You know, every music, every song has a story, right? So this is where myself, Lady C, and Story with an I, we get people down in front of us and we talk to them about their passion, their goals, their dreams, and what it is they are doing to become the icon that they see themselves as in the future or right now today. So again, welcome to Iconic Conversations. I am excited.
I'm really excited. I'm so happy.
Yes, honey.
Look, she's been talking about you ever since you were in Orlando. We're gonna get to that, but she got me excited. I got goosebumps.
Yes. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself because I don't want to slaughter and do anything wrong.
I don't think you can do anything wrong. I like your energy.
Okay, I know.
I prefer your energy.
Baby, this is the energy you give me.
That's the energy I need.
I have been stalking this man, his manager, and let's just introduce Hemingway. Right? See, did I say that right? Hemingway.
You got
Hemingway.
it. You did it. See, you talking about she was gonna butcher something. You got it right the first
Lady
time.
C got it right, y'all. Y'all know I be fucking people names up. That's what I do, but I can't do it on my platform. So thank you. First of all, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for taking the time out your schedule to talk to me. You don't know me, I don't know you. And I think we just see something in each other that we're looking and looking forward to supporting each other.
Yes.
So I thank you, sir, because let me tell y'all, this is an icon before us. And a lot of people, you know, first of all, let's start off with that question. What makes you an icon, Henny?
What makes me an icon? I think the one thing that makes me an icon is I am comfortable with knowing that I'm me. I'm me. I'm an individual. I'm one person. I'm not anybody else. I'm not like anybody else. I was not made like anybody else. I might have similarities as other people, but I am me. And I feel like people that are iconic and people that are icons are safe within their identity. They're safe within their self. They're safe within their sound, their look, and they're comfortable with that.
I so agree. That's the one definition I have for this show, an icon. You know, a lot of people look at icons at those people like just Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Oprah Winfrey, right? Yeah, they're icons on a global level, but we have so many communities and so many individualities in this space we call world. Why am I not an icon? And
I feel like people confuse the word icon with popularity.
yes.
I feel like a lot of times that people will confuse being iconic with being popular when that's not necessarily the case. I feel like being iconic is something that you embody. You know what I'm saying? Popularity is one thing, because if that's the case, everybody's iconic. You know what I'm saying? If everybody got a blue check, everybody iconic.
Exactly.
So it's like one of those things where I feel like that is something that you embody. That is something that you breathe, sleep, eat, and it just is something that's you exude when people see you, when they hear your work, when they see you on stage. You make moments that are going to be memorable, from fashion to interviews to your sound to anything. You just make moves that are memorable to people that are literally imprinted in their brain that are unforgettable, and you make an impact.
And you know what? You displayed that definition of an icon. So let's talk about how we met and how we got to today, okay? So we had a showcase out in Orlando, Florida, maybe last Friday or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, and I was there. Yes, I was there representing Iconic Music Management, which is another brand under Iconic, and I was there with my artists, right? So, you know, it was a normal show. It was a normal show until my artist got off the stage. Because, you know, he's an icon himself. Shout out GS the brand.
Yes, sir.
But, baby, when you stepped out in that red and no, sir, you had your dancers. I saw you getting ready in the green room, though. And your whole swag caught my attention. I'm like, damn, I wonder is he performing a dance or what he doing? Then when you came out and you had your swag with you, I was like, okay, he ain't come to play. And then y'all got on that motherfucking stage and y'all was like, you had to have some type of training on your dancing and your choreography because it was just too well put together. And then your presence, like your identity and your style, I like it. I like how you customized it to you because it's unique to you. And what caught my attention was your performance, your presence, your confidence, but most importantly, your lyrics. Oh, I got so many questions on your lyrics.
So are you like a one-stop shop?
Yes.
When it comes to artistry?
Yes. Yeah. And that's not even like on a cocky, like over, you know what I'm saying, just overdoing it type level. I started as a dancer. Okay. So that's first and foremost. Okay. I started as a dancer. I've been dancing since I was 15. I am 31. Wow.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing that for years, decades. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's second nature to me. Wow. And then I started in the choir first. I am a PK. I'm a pastor's kid. Yes, I am a PK.
That means you're trouble.
Yes, I am. Very much so. And I own that.
I love it.
Through and through. But I did the praise and worship team. I was in the teen choir. I was in the male choir. I was like in the mass choir. I was in show choir in school. Wow. Like I did all of that like while growing up or whatever the case might have been. So moving to Atlanta, I started my own dance company. I started doing artist development for other artists. Okay. So anything that I've like utilized within my sessions with other artists, I use within my artistry. So just because I have them doing drills and stuff like that, I utilize that same stuff for myself. If I'm telling you to go run on the treadmill and sing your entire EP, guess what? I'm not just telling you that, I'm doing it too. Wow. So, you know what I'm saying? Like those 2 miles, when I do go to the gym, those 2 miles that I do, I'm singing the entire time. Like I'm singing the entire time, trying to make sure that vocally I can be where I need to be. My breathing is right and things of that nature because these are a part of being an artist. So I think that's what made it easier, if you will, to cross over into artistry because I really didn't need as much development. I already had a look. It was just I wanted to tweak it to a point where people can swallow it and it's not a hard pill to swallow. But you can still be like, okay, that's Hemingway. We get it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his thing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to dancers, it wasn't hard for me to start doing choreography because I do it already.
At what point did you know you wanted to be not only a performer as in dancing, but an artist?
I was pushed off the porch last year. I didn't want to be an artist. To be honest, I just wanted to be a ghostwriter because I like to write.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up, my mom writes. She writes scripts. Wow. So I grew up with my mom, you know what I'm saying, being like off in her own little world and typing and proofreading scripts. She'll sit in like the living room, music blasting, doors closed, like for hours. And she's just writing. So I'm used to that. That's what I wanted to do. I like to write. Okay. I love it. So that's what I want to do. But Kel Jean, shout out to Kel Jean. She's actually on the pull-up track. She's a female on that track. Okay. I was doing artist development for her and I was writing for her. And I wrote, we would like sit down, have sessions, but we ended up getting one of the songs on her project. Like we actually got one approved to be on her project or whatever the case might have been. But she was just like, I think you should just be an artist friend. Like, I don't understand why you don't do it. And da 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 da. And I'm just like, nah, that's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like that's for me. She's like, nah, I feel like you got something to offer. You should do it.
But you know, sometimes we have to be pushed into our purpose.
Oh, yeah.
And I heard you say that you were a preacher's kid, right? So you know all the processes of the prayer.
Oh, yeah.
And all of that. How did you, just a preacher kid and your music and your lyrics, how did one affect the other?
Oh, well, as far as like my music goes, it really didn't have, when it comes to music, because like, once again, I just now got deep into this year, this past year. Both my parents, my mom, you know what I'm saying, heavy in the church. Even when they split, my dad, still heavy in the church. Like he was, you know what I'm saying, a minister and everything. So it was still like running through and through. My family is kind of up down with religion because we have so many different religions in my family. Like we have a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses in my family.
Okay.
Wow.
On my dad's side. And then my mom's side, they like real Baptist.
Okay. That's a difference.
And then my mom, she's non-denominational Christian. So it's just like a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of like brewing around. So everybody got different beliefs and what they, you know what I'm saying, got going on. But I'm not scared. It's like, because if you listen to my music, you'll hear a lot of the church influence.
Okay.
You'll hear a lot of church as far as like my tone, the way I stack in regards to like the harmonies and stuff like that, especially in a lot of the newer music that hasn't been released yet. You'll hear a lot of that and you can identify, oh, he had to go to church.
Okay.
Like he had to be in the choir. He had to have to be around somebody. I think
the best musicians come from that the core of the church.
Let's
talk about Fantasia, baby.
You better know.
And like, let's talk about who, like most Aretha, all of those icons come with that spiritual background or core to it. And for me, that just shows the importance of having God in your life and to reach your purpose, push you to your purpose. So you were saying that another artist pushed you into it.
Oh, yeah.
So you've been doing this for a year now. Before we continue, I want to hear a song. And I want to hear the song because I want to talk about the lyrics of the song. Yeah. And it's real, it's good that you kind of talked about your writing skills. Because what for me, what makes a song iconic? The story it tells. And the story it tells and how it relates to the people. Right?
How personal do you get in your songs?
Very.
Yeah?
Very.
Yeah. Like you be getting like
very. Yeah. All my songs, like I can't, and it's like I cannot wait to drop the project. Everything about it is pretty much just like a diary for me. It's like really just giving me the opportunity to get everything off my chest.
Honey, I want that tea. I want that tea because I know it's a lot of juicy stuff in there. And I'm excited because I think you're going to bring another view for your music and your lyrics. And I'm gonna let the people hear because the world needs this. And when I say need this, the lyrics, your personality, your process, your struggles, your story. I don't even know a lot, but spiritually I'm connected so I can read. But I know it's time for the world to hear that, right? Because there's a lot of people that these lyrics relate to, and they not accepted, they not heard. Or I ain't gonna even say that.
Like no one has heard it told your way.
Ain't nobody put it out there. Like you putting it out there. And that's why.
Because people, I feel like artists, like, and this is no shade to any artist. I love music. You know what I'm saying? I am also a DJ. I listen to everything.
You just got them at every time.
I know. Damn.
Come on. But that's good.
I literally, I'm around music 24/7. And one thing I will say about music today, to me, is a lot of people do not want to be vulnerable. Nice. And they do not want to be transparent in their music. They'll be transparent on a live. They'll go crazy and cry on a live. But when it comes to that music, like they don't want to have that same level of transparency. So it's like one of those things where when you want people to connect to your music, you have to give them something to connect to. You have to give them something that's realistic.
Right.
Like, even if it's bad, okay, you did it. It's done. It's over with. You've done it. Like,
that's what's missing in music. The hotness, honest, open, transparent part of life. So if we think about old school R&B.
Oh yeah.
Come on now.
That's where I came from. So that's.
Like, they tell a story, and that's what we missing in music. We missing good storytellers, right? And songs that we can relate to, whether they bringing us out the mud or whether they giving us the courage to walk into who we are.
Exactly.
And be accepted for who we are. And I gotta hit play. I'm about to hit play because I want to dig into these lyrics, because this one song right here was in my head from that night. And I could remember what you was doing when you was singing it and how you was moving. And for me, that's what make you iconic, because you don't walk in no room and see a performance and remember everything about it. Now, we got some things that we have to work on. And what I like about you, you know who you are. Because when I talk to you on the phone, everything, when she heard you, everything you said, your strength and weaknesses, she pulled them right out. And I was like, damn, that's what he said. Everything, that's what he said. And when she saw the video, she saw everything you said. I said, as far as your performance.
You're definitely an entertainer.
Yeah. But most icons, that's what they are. So when you said something on the phone about you don't want, they try to make everybody want to utilize the choreography gift that you have and just focus on that. But that's not all of who you are. And when you see an icon on stage, my girl right here, Story, ain't never been to a concert. Can you believe that? Can y'all believe
You've
that?
Never been to a concert?
Story has never been to a concert. I can't wait.
I mean, I've been to a band concert, from our recitals and stuff.
No, I'm talking about seeing real icons on the stage.
No.
So with that being said,
one time my mom only had $20 in her pocket, and she'd be like, "All right, we're gonna use 10 to get some noodles and some dinner."
The struggle, so the struggle prevented you, but that's all right, because when COVID over, that's our first thing to do. Yeah, we going to a concert, and why I like concerts, because they show you the full.
Yes, you get the whole shebang. Yeah.
Mary J. Blige may not be a singer, may not be a dancer, but when she get in on concert, baby, she sing them emotions and she give you a show based off that.
You got two type of people when it comes to performers.
Yes.
You got the ones that know that they can sing. And they don't need to rely on lights and sound effects and dancers and big costume changes and reveals. Like, they don't need all that. They literally can sing you to sleep. And you be okay that you spent them $50 and stood there for an hour to watch them sing.
But
was okay with it. But then you have some that do need the lights, the shebang, they need the costume change. But there's nothing wrong with that because it makes the show.
But everybody don't necessarily need it, but they bring it to the show. But before I play this song, I got to get this conversation. The Super Bowl. Oh, I thought about you doing a Super Bowl with
The Weeknd.
Yes, the Red. The Red brought me to you, and then he don't have your presence, and that was a big conversation, right? But this is an example of what we're saying. He cannot perform. He can't give me Michael Jackson. He can't give me Hemingway. But he brought the show. He brought the people to entertain, and he had to sing. So for me, I was okay with the performance.
But once again, it took
all of that.
It took the setup.
All of that.
Costuming.
He spent $7 million.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He had to, because he can't perform.
But honestly, who picked him?
Who picked him?
It's like, just because he had a number one, who picked him?
I agree, because I don't even know what the number one is.
His project, like the last project that The Weeknd put out, it's been number one for like a while. Like The Weeknd has really been dominating the charts, and you know what I'm saying, the Billboard charts and stuff like that.
I like it.
To listen to him is one thing. To watch him perform, something completely different. I do not feel House of Blues, yes. An arena, yes. The Super Bowl?
No.
Yeah. Like
that was too big of a platform for him to me.
Now, it was iconic that he gave so many people opportunities. Once again, I'm a part of the dance community, so it's like the fact that he gave so many people the opportunity.
And it was
to be
all men. I liked that. I liked
all black men.
Yes.
It was well done. The choreography was well done.
Charm LaDonna. Shout out to Charm. She choreographed it. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Charm LaDonna. She choreographed it. Okay. But shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? And her entire team, everybody that assists her with on that project, like I'm here for it. I loved everything about it. However, he is not he's not for the Super Bowl.
Right. He's not for the Super Bowl. But I think that may hurt his brand.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because more people know about him now.
True.
And I watched it because I'm on Spotify and I watched his streams go up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because people wanted to know what that song was or who he was. I mean, he did what he wanted to do, I'm sure. Right. But the thing is, what people don't know that he told a story in that whole Super Bowl halftime show. Mm-hmm. From the AMAs, from everything that he's been going through. So if you haven't been following him, you may not understood the show.
Okay, so that's probably where I got
so lost. I was like, I can see what other people were saying because I posted a couple of joke memes on my social media and everything, but I get it, what he did.
But even then, you have to think about it like that was not his moment. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't,
That's something that you do at a concert. If you want to tell that story, you tell that story from start to finish at a concert on your platform for people that know you and are going to appreciate your artistry. Okay. But you literally went on this platform, this national platform. Now, if we look at the Super Bowls from every Super Bowl before him, and you saw what they were giving, what these shows were like built like, it did not.
I was surprised. I think they want extra. It didn't do it for me too, Hemi. But I think they want extra because it's this virtual thing and COVID, and they had to go grand.
Do you remember Michael Jackson's show?
Yes.
Oh God, that was great.
I mean, Beyonce's was good too.
That was her and Bruno Mars, but he needed another person there.
But see, when Beyonce did it by herself, I was here for when she did it by herself. When she did it with Bruno Mars, I wasn't the biggest fan when she did it with Bruno Mars, just because I felt like they threw that in there because she had just dropped Formation. She dropped Formation earlier that week, literally.
Right.
So it's like one of those things where I feel like they put that together for Formation, just so she could be able to perform that because they knew that was going to be a thing because she dressed and then she dropped the tour.
But isn't it all that? But so isn't it all about your marketing approach?
It's all about marketing. It's all about marketing. That's the reason why I said they did good by putting The Weeknd last weekend. They did really, really good by putting him there last weekend. I hope
that wasn't his last weekend.
It wasn't his last weekend. He's finna go on tour.
Yeah. I know. And
maybe that'll be my first concert.
Well, I ain't going with
so that's gonna be. You want that to be your first concert?
Nah. We gonna need.
You know what? I was living in Virginia when Janet Jackson had her Rhythm Nation tour, and I wanted to go.
That tour, the last one, the most recent, State of Emergency. Absolutely amazing.
Shout out to Janet Jackson.
Shout out to Janet.
Like it's just to see her still moving and being so like just. It literally doesn't look like
she lost the beat
at all. She missed a step. I was upset because I didn't get to see the Vegas residency, and I was in Vegas when they had it. The tickets were just extremely too much in that moment.
How much were tickets?
I think the tickets were like $1 something.
Okay, see, but that's the level of icon that we trying to reach, right?
Hello?
Individually with our brands. And see, you know what kind of surprised me, guys? Like, here it is, 2021. We have all these resources. You got your grams, all your social media, all of this. Why is it so hard for good artists like yourself, for good individuals like us, to succeed to that iconic level?
Because it's saturated with bullshit and people got to pick through it.
Say that shit again.
That's all it is. Like
just like Atlanta in the music.
Like it's saturated and it sucks because there are a lot of amazing artists out there, but we do not get the opportunity because these producers, these agencies, these entertainment companies, they done got burnt so many times before other bullshit before us. So it's like, why should we take a chance on you? Why should we waste our money?
And that's why we have platforms like Iconic Conversations. We have my management group, but eventually we're going to be the largest minority-owned record label. You heard Lady C say that because I want to create a platform by us, for us, to where we set the tone of what good music look like. And you know what else I'm tired of? I'm tired of them judging us by our appearance. They want these artists to be cookie cut, clean, not this, not that. Now, the one thing I like about the social media age, that's kind of going away. Like that big video with the guy who did it in his neighborhood, the fat black guy. I mean, I hate to describe him like that, but he's not that attractive. But his video and his concept made him go viral.
It's a lot of ugly folks in the industry. That's just branded. That's back to marketing.
Right, but social media has given us a wider platform to do that. But prior to, it was all up to the record labels.
But see, it was like people back in the day, like I had never seen them before and heard they song like on the radio, it just popped up. And when I finally would see them like on 106 in Park or something, I'd be like, you do not look like.
So those were the platforms we had.
Like.
But they had a better opportunity of not being judged before the project.
Because you get to hide.
But what's
you
wrong
get the
with
opportunity. No, but for what the thing about it is, if you want to be personable, like all the like the mystery thing, it only works for so long. Y'all see her. She did the mystery thing for so long.
Yeah, I was
before it
thinking
died
about
out. It fizzed out because it's like, okay, girl, now you're not finna wear shades every time we see you. Like, so when are we gonna actually see who you are? You know what I'm saying? Like, we not gonna keep doing this with you for too long.
But I think she did it perfectly because she built her fan base.
She did.
Wow, in suspicion.
But while in suspicion, how long did that suspicion last before everybody was like, okay, girl, we not doing this no more?
When she came out, well, she got it.
Because it was like literally one of her first performances, she did it under a shadow light. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I never forget it. It was like it was like a goldish yellow looking light. She was sit. It was before BET. I want to say she had did something with Apple Music.
So either she strategically did that as an artist,
strategic,
or either she did it or the label did it.
That was A1 marketing. I don't care what anybody. That was A1 marketing. Like, and then she didn't have no name. It was just her. So when you met her, like it was like.
Oh, even that's on her?
Right. Even on her covers, like the covers of her albums, there were no face pictures. It was literally just her silhouette. Okay. That was it. Okay. So you never saw who her really was. All you really got into was her music, and that's what she wanted from the beginning. She didn't want you to judge her off of how she looked or anything like that. Yeah. She just wanted you to get into her music.
So what do you want from people to get from your music?
The same. I just want people to be able to relate. Like literally everything that is on my project it's relatable. Okay. I'm not talking just to talk, or I didn't throw the song together because it's trendy. I don't care about that. Yeah. I don't care about that. I don't really care about having a trendy sound. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody doesn't want to hear that all the time.
Come on now, that's how R&B got lost.
That's exactly.
Right. With that being said, honey, we're going to let them hear some of this good music. So I'm going to let you introduce this one, and I'm pulling up.
What's the name of the song?
Which one are we doing first? We doing GPS?
We doing Pull Up.
We doing Pull Up first? Cool. Okay.
Pull Up.
So yes, this is actually the first song I ever recorded last year. This was the very first one I went into the studio and recorded. Okay. It is called Pull Up, and it's featuring Kill John. So yeah, I'm gonna let you have it. You got it.
It's not too loud.
I told Shawty pull up on me, pull up on me. Told Shawty pull up on me. I'm tired of being lonely. I really wanna feel you on me. I really wanna feel your body on me, baby. And this ain't up for debate. Let's cut straight to the chase. Text me back under lake. I wanna eat it from the back like the picture you sent. Whisper in your ear, tell you, ooh, that's it. Sent you my dick, then I press unsend. Sent you my dick, then I press unsend. I need you to see this, just to believe it. I know that it's worth it. You need me in person. Fuck with me. Told her, baby, fuck with me. Fuck with me. I told Shawty, fuck with me. Come fuck with me. Baby, come fuck with me. Fuck with me. Fuck with fuck it up all night. I'ma eat it up, beat it up, then switch sides. Baby, strap up while you on this ride. Let you freak out, shawty, you ain't gotta hide. Quarantine and chill, let me stay inside you. Fuck with me. Tell her, baby, fuck with
I'm gonna pause
I wish my
there.
Facebook Live could hear this song, but I've been dealing with something like this.
Oh my God.
I mean, I just feel like, how you want to say
just pull the fuck up. That's all I gotta say.
No, you can't just pull up someone's house. You know what I'm saying? You gotta initiate it through the text
You have
messages.
to court them into the situation. I'm not the type of guy that's just finna hit you with the whoop, pull up. Like, I gotta give you a reason.
Oh yeah, so that's the sexting?
Yes. I gotta get you like to that point, because a lot of times you might catch somebody in a moment where they just do not want to be bothered.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to be bothered. They're not trying to do all that. It's late. Like, they just do not want to be bothered.
Yeah.
And it's like you got to finesse. It's like you gotta bait them in.
Yeah.
It's like when you go fishing. In order to get the fish, you gotta bait them in.
So you'd be like, baby, what you wearing right now?
It don't even be that. I do like the little invisible picture situation. I'm good for an invisible picture. I just send it to you, and it'll be like with the little thing where you gotta swipe the screen on.
Okay, so and then they'd be like, I'm coming on my way.
It's not even I'm on my way. Like, I just send that, and it's like that engages the conversation from there. Once it engages the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll continue on. But a lot of times, people don't want to be bothered.
But is that how it work with the DM too? Because see, I'm married. I don't get it. I haven't experienced the sexting thing.
Mm-hmm. Because our husband right now, we'll tell you with the text.
Okay. well, I will. I mean, I would do that, but I'm just saying I'm not with the pictures because I don't want the kids to see them.
That's why they got now they got like the what you call it, the privacy, like the invisible mode thing, vanish mode. Okay. They got vanish mode for your DMs. Come on,
now. Put me up. Put Lady C on.
If you ain't never, like, vanish mode keeps anything from being like sent out or anything like that. So it's like literally after they send it on vanish mode, when it goes back to regular, it's gone.
See, y'all see Lady C learn something. Did y'all learn something today?
I'm afraid.
That's on No,
I'm
don't
so
be.
Afraid.
It's literally on Facebook and your Instagram page and Twitter. Okay. They have a vanish mode on all three to where, like, if you want to send something private.
I mean,
so
I was trying to help them out.
Help them out, baby. Help me out too, because you know you got to keep it nice and freaky when you're married too. But I like this song because the sexual aspect of it, and you can be sexual without being disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
And I think a lot of today's music is more disrespectful than it is sexual, which is why the R&B is lost. Like, let's talk R. Kelly. He was sexual. Yeah. He was lightweight disrespectful too, but he done it in a way
he did it in a real creative and tasteful manner. Like, it was like one of those things where the stuff he was saying would be like disrespectful stuff, but the way he would sing it and the way he would like place the lyrics, it would make it where it's like you wouldn't even consider it being disrespectful. You just like, oh, I like this.
Because when 12 Play came out,
that was one of my mom's favorite albums.
Look, your mom and we talk about the church.
She had every R. Kelly. No, but see, my mom heavy on R&B. It was not one album she ever passed. I literally used to steal her book. She had a booklet. It was one of the big ones that had the 4 CDs on each page, and you flipped through it.
Oh, school, baby, the CD book.
I used to snatch that book up whenever I could because she wouldn't like me to listen to a lot of the music. I would record it on a tape, like on a cassette tape.
Oh, wow.
And put her book back. That way I could still listen to it when I wanted to listen to it, because I had my own little tape recorder and she bought me a karaoke machine. So I would take the CDs.
Which started your DJ career.
I literally used to make my own mixtapes and give them to my friends. Like, I lied to you not. I used to do my own countdown and everything, and I would take it to my friends and give them to my friends.
You know what I'm getting right now? When it comes to your purpose, all you have to do is look at your footprint, right?
Yeah.
Everything you're saying, whether it be music through your mom, the way that it influenced you, led you to the art and the artistry that makes you Hemingway, right? And I think that's just important for us. Always look at them footprints, because God leave footprints to show you his purpose, not yours, his purpose.
Exactly.
Right? So that's just more confirmation on.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Are you a romantic?
Once you get to that point with me, yes.
Yeah.
It takes a second. I'm not a tough code to crack.
Yeah.
mind you, I'm a very sensitive person.
What's your sign?
I'm a Leo. But I'm right at the beginning. So I'm on the cusp of Cancer. Like I'm the first day of Leo.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I'm super, super sensitive. Super sensitive.
Sister, freaky. What else? I'll get all type of
Like,
I am a romantic person once you get me to that point. But it's like it takes a while for me to actually give 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really give 100%. You might get like a smooth 30, 35 up out of me and then I'll pull back. Like, that's just how I am, just because I personally do not feel, one, I'm ready for a relationship or anything of that nature. And then two, I'm not going to continue to give you my physical, sexual energy. I don't feel like you should share that with everyone. So even though I might talk about it, I talk a lot of shit. But I'm not going to just, I'm not just going to distribute it out because I feel like that's something that you should not distribute out to a bunch of people. I feel like that's a different kind of connection. But see, when you're a sensitive person, you just can't have sex with everybody. Okay. Because you get emotionally attached.
Yeah.
You get attached to quick.
Yeah, you crazy too.
That too.
You one of those that when you hurt me, bitch, I'm coming to bust out the window.
Oh shit.
No, I talk about it, but I'm not. I talk real reckless at times. So yeah.
So that leads us to the second song.
Okay.
GPS, right?
Yes.
Is that the one I'm in love with?
Yes.
GPS?
That is the one.
The song is GPS. And you can find this on Spotify?
That's on Spotify, Tidal, everywhere.
This tells a story.
It does.
And it kind of tells a story of like what you was just, how you explain yourself. That's why I said, yeah, your ass to bust out some windows too.
I ain't busting no windows out. I've had my windows busted out before to my house. Oh yes.
Oh, you got okay.
Over it.
Okay. Well, we gonna share the first part of GPS, which is on all streaming platforms.
Yes.
Right.
All
is this will this be on your new album that's coming out? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's get into GPS by Hemingway.
One man's trash is another man's treasure, and I'm here putting pieces together. And I've been diving through dumps, just trying to find a new lover to cure what people call a broken heart. Pissed off in places that ain't for me. The vibe, it ain't right, it's incomplete. The feeling's not what it's supposed to be. I need information, so drop your location so I can get back to you. I took a right turn out of your heart, took a left on the boulevard, swerved a little around the middle to dodge all of your scars. Break before shit went south, turn around trying to figure it out. I need information, drop a location so I can get back to your love, love, love. I can get back to your love, love, love. I can get back to your love, back to your love, your love, your love, your love, your love. Faster, faster, I'm stuck in traffic. I'm just another fish in the sea. My phone's dying and I can't remember exactly where it is I'm supposed to be. I need guidance. Please, won't you take me off supposed to be? Put us on cruise control so I can get back to you. I took a right turn out of your heart, took a left on the boulevard, swerved a little around the middle to dodge all of your scars. Hit the brake before shit went south, turn around trying to figure it out. I need information, drop a location so I can get back to you.
This song's dope.
I had to pause right there.
Yeah.
I want to focus on that hook. Swerve the middle, turn the left. What? I got a whole story. Like, all I know is you one left out of his heart, so somebody must have done something to somebody, because I'm left out of your heart. Then you say something about drop your location. I just like that look. Whole hook. The storyline.
I have so many questions.
We can definitely go for it.
No, because I feel like, it's given the story of love in a perspective of like the vehicle, like the cruise control, like which way we going, like we lost right now, we're gonna come back together,
Exactly.
But I have never been in that type of love. Like I'm that person. I haven't got there to where you're actually questioning what we're doing right now. You know, like you're like, we're gonna work this out. We're gonna come back to full circle.
You try. This song is relationship, love, and all.
I'm telling you,
happiness.
It's not.
And when you get to the trying part of a relationship, how do we work this thing out? Should I go left? Should I go right? Tell me the story behind this.
So this one more so is like, well, we can start with, you know what I'm saying, the hook. The hook is really just about getting back to something that used to be comfortable to you that's no longer comfortable because it changed over that time. So that's like if you were to leave out of a relationship and you want to get back to that relationship, but that person is not the same as you left them, they're going to have to teach you a completely different way of how to love them and how to care for them. So it's like you have to take, you know what I'm saying?
Different roads.
Right. You've got to take the left. You've got to swerve around like a lot of the damage that's already been done.
Yes.
You have to take a break. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying?
Forgive.
Take a break before shit hits out, like went south. That's really just you telling them, like, before we get into an argument or an altercation or, you know what I'm saying, before we allow things to get into a negative space, let's hit the brakes real quick. Let's stop for a second and let's figure this out. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go backwards, which was took a break before shit went, you know what I'm saying? Hit the brakes before shit went south, turn around trying to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? I need information, meaning I need you to teach me what I need to, you know what I'm saying, to know. Because if you don't open your mouth up and communicate with me, I don't know how to love you the right way. So being that this is something that...
agree, you're getting hearts right now.
Like being that you know what I'm saying, if you really want to love someone for real, like, and you really want to pursue that, as scary as it might be at times.
So scary.
Especially with somebody you've dealt with before.
Yes.
It's like, I'm not going to let you burn me again.
Yes.
You know
when you've
like,
been hurt before.
You didn't hurt me once. Like, I'm not going to let you burn me twice. But it's like one of those things where if you really want to engage in that again, I have to show you how to get there. Like, and that's the reason why I named the song GPS. And the song, literally, I even like the stuff that I said within the song. Pit stopping places that ain't for me. The vibe ain't right. It's incomplete. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like stuff like that. I use those metaphors to kind of like tie in a relationship. Because pit stops are like people. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these people that you encounter along the way, they might not be the ones that are for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not saying that the person that you want to be with is just going to be there all the time, the whole time, and not be with anybody. They're going to do stuff too. Like, you're going to move on. You might encounter 5, 6, 7, 8 people before you finally be like,
how
okay.
How many relationships you go through in life before you find
before you be like, okay, this is the one.
A lot of women don't make that left or that right because they so damaged. Right. Yeah. So what I like about the song is it's saying, okay, we've been through some shit, but how do we get back to it? Yeah. Or how do I get, like, where am I going?
But is it worth even going through all that?
Girl, sometimes, like, right now I fight for mine. You get what I'm saying? But there was some...
Look, it can be so many different reasons, but a lot of people, you have to know, like, what was the reason for them being in a relationship. Like, and you have to, my biggest question when it's like somebody coming back around, my one question is, why? Like, what is the reason? Right. You know what I'm saying? What's your motive? Like, what's the reason for you coming back? You know what I'm saying? Especially if it hurts you so much, because, you know, niggas gonna talk shit regardless. So it's like when you hit that point after a relationship, everybody talk shit. You was cute to them in a relationship. Afterwards, you know, they was decent. It was all right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying? You all type of...
The sex was decent. The sex wasn't really all that, like that, for real. Like, it was decent. They talk reckless afterwards. So it's like one of those things. If I hurt you so bad, why are you back?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you back? Is this just, I'm just passing the time because I'm in between and I know that you got a soft spot for me? Is this, the sex was good? Is this financially, you really kept me where I needed to be?
Like, there's always a why.
There's a why. Mm-hmm. And that's that why is the deal breaker.
Yes, because, why are you back or why? I like the metaphors you use, but honestly, I was confused as far as the song. I don't know if we talk about man and woman and man and man. Love.
My whole entire album, so I'm gonna just put this out there for everybody, you know what I'm saying, to know, because I'm a very comfortable person and I don't be bothered by nothing. But my entire project is open to everyone. I don't, if you listen to my music, I don't say he, I don't say she, I don't say her, I don't say him, I don't say man. I literally, the only time I've said heavy, like on the chorus, on the rap at the end, heavy in the Chevy with a candy paint on it. The girls trying to ride, but the dudes keep creep through the hood with the 15 knockings. The girls trying to ride, but the dudes keep jocking. Yes. That's the only time.
At the beginning when you was like, another man's trash is another man's treasure.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. And that was just like a general statement because a lot of times when we look at ourselves, me personally, I don't feel like I'm the type of person that is lovable. I feel like I'm very damaged goods. I feel like I'm a very toxic individual. I will tell you that off the rip. There's been plenty of people that have tried to get to know me. Mm-hmm. And I let them know before you even get yourself into this, I'm not 100% sure I'm the type of person that you would want to be with. But a lot of people will look at a situation like that. You might look at yourself as trash, but somebody else looks at you as a treasure. Yeah. So that's the reason why I said one man's trash is another man's treasure. And I've been diving through dumpsters, you know what I'm saying, trying to find a new lover because we oftentimes will dive through trash and try to make it into a treasure. That's like when people say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't change them. You can turn a hoe into a housewife, and all these other situations are all these metaphors people want to put together and throw around if they want to change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's not necessarily you can't do it. They have to want to do it in order for you to be able to do that with them.
Are you in a relationship now?
No.
Okay, but
no.
That right there. See, but
I'm in 15 situationships, so
right.
A couple of situations. Well, he just told you, look, I like self-awareness, and when you know who you are and whose you are, you move accordingly and don't care who give a fuck about what and see in that order. So I knew by your music and your conversation that question wouldn't have been an offense to you.
Oh, no.
Right? But that's the same thing that attracted me to it. When I say the lyrics and the hooks, it's like, okay.
Yeah, a lot of guys made a couple of comments while we was down there in Orlando.
Did they?
And I let it slide. It wasn't that big of a deal to me. I thought it was cute, and I just accepted it for what it was.
What do you mean? What happened?
We were actually out in a hallway, and I will not forget this because I've actually brought it up the last 2 weeks. Yeah. There was a gentleman that had walked up on me while we were taking pictures. It was me and two of the other artists. And he was like, this guy right here, like, I love everything about him. He was like, he reminds me of Frank Ocean, but like he like a Frank Ocean 2.0. And I just was like, everybody that knows Frank Ocean is gay.
Right.
Like, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So you think that was his way of
I felt like it was like one of them, I fuck with you, but I know you a gay artist, but I fuck with you. It was like, you know how like straight men they're not at a very comfortable state to where they can actually openly say, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Knowing you're a gay artist. They have to do something that softens the blow for them. That way it don't sound crazy coming out of their mouth saying they fuck with you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't come out.
It's a security thing. They use stuff like that as a security blanket. Like they'll be like, man, like you remind me of Lil Nas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with you.
You didn't get the Lil Nas.
Like, what?
You know what's crazy though? I feel like I love everything sex, right?
Oh yeah.
And I don't really put a gender on it because it's like what feels good feels good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you have a skill that you want to show me that's gonna make me feel good, show me real quick. You know, and let me decide after if I you know what I'm saying?
No, for real. That's like even with Pull Up. Somebody was just like, so I was in her interview, and she was like, so one of your lyrics was like, I want to eat it from the back like the picture you sent. So what exactly are you eating from the back? I was like, you can eat everything from the back, ma'am. This is the reason why it's like you can never put me in a loophole or back me into a corner to where I'm going to say something that might sound wrong or it's gonna make me look stupid. I told you that my music is open-ended, and it is. A nigga can eat something from the back, a female can eat something from the back, a giraffe can eat something from the back. It really don't matter.
Let's get into that animal shit. Let's get into the animal shit.
Like anybody can eat something from the back.
Right.
I leave it open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I leave it open-ended.
But that's what caught my attention.
Oh yeah.
The mystery of your lyrics and the captivation of your
Now, some of the storylines is talking about some of these goofy ass niggas, including myself. But you know what I'm saying? Aside from that, I just make sure that the music is open-ended because if it comes on in the car, I want everybody to be able to sing it.
But the thing is, I believe the world is ready for that icon bisexual performer.
Well, I mean, sexuality
whether it's bisexual. No. Okay, you're not bisexual.
Oh no.
I don't want to defend you, so I just
No, you don't have to. Yeah, I'm not.
You open.
I'm just a very open, floating like a paper bag in the wind kind of guy.
I love him. I love him. Ain't none of like knowing who you are and living in it. You know what I'm saying? And I like that about you. I like that about your music. And I just feel like it's time for the world to get over whatever issues they have and acknowledge people like you
it's gonna take
in
a
this
second.
industry. No, it ain't gonna take no second because you coming.
I
honey.
feel like now that
You
was the
coming.
second. That was the second
You
we were talking
coming.
about. I feel like what is on the table and what's being brought to the table now, just because I've been in a couple of situations already and in different platforms, I know that the music is going to do what it needs to do. I pray over it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's the key
made
word.
a list of the things that I want for this project. I folded it up. I hold it with me. I pray over it. I pray with my mom every morning. I manifest it. I have a sweater that I have. It's the manifestation sweater. And it's on the link is in my bio. But it's a constant reminder. There's tour dates on the back of it, and the cities that I would like to go to, and that's literally like my bucket list. Of the
what name some?
Jersey, New Jersey's on there, New York is on there, DC is on there, California is on there, Las Vegas is on there, Houston is on there, Miami is on there, Birmingham, Alabama is on there, Nashville, Tennessee is on there, Durham, North Carolina is on there.
No Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois.
You don't like Midwest?
No, my mom's from Chicago. South side of Chicago.
South?
Yes.
Oh, y'all may know your mom.
Yes. My mom, my grandparents. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so have you ever performed there?
I have not been to Chicago.
Why
I told you this is my first year.
Okay, but why did you choose those specific areas?
Because those are places, one, that I want to go, and they just stuck out in my spirit. Like, they stuck out in my spirit when I was making that, because I do my own graphics. I do my own logos, my graphics, all that other stuff. And when I was doing that particular design for that shirt, I was like, I want to put tour dates on the back. And those literally were like the cities that started popping out to me as I was putting that shirt together. So it's become a thing now because I start my promo tour in April. And some of those cities are on my promo tour. Am I going to be able to hit every one of them right now? No, I'm not trying to hit every one of them right now, but that is a constant reminder of what I want to manifest into my... Exactly. It's like a walking vision board.
Yes. And that's the importance of achieving your goals and having a vision for yourself. Like, you can have a big vision, but if you will write it down and make it plain,
you have to. A lot of people don't believe in it, but I'm telling you, what comes out of your mouth and the way you manifest things, and you can't go back on what you're trying to manifest. So it can't be, I'm going to be a billionaire, but then tomorrow you just like, I don't see it for me. I don't see myself being a billionaire. Because you just put out something negative into that atmosphere amongst that. So you just put out something negative that can attack the positive that just came out of your mouth the day before. You know what I'm saying? So either you gonna walk in it, stick in it, and keep going with it, or you just need to go ahead and let it go altogether, because the more you speak negatively, it's literally like you're building an army to go against all the positive things that have came out of your mouth.
So what advice would you give a young icon that is in a position of unknown or uncertainty as to how to step out and pursue their dream, their vision. You know, you keep saying, I just did this a year ago. You've accomplished a lot. I think you said last March, right? You've accomplished a lot in 11 months.
During COVID
so you like somebody in the house that's gonna hit this app podcast, whatever this is, you go, because it's my vision is just so big.
Oh yeah,
I can't put this in the box.
You can't.
But I wrote this down, bro, and here I am, like a year ago. So I believe this pandemic is going to push people into their purpose.
Oh yeah.
What advice are you going to give those individuals who hasn't quite had the courage to step out on faith to do it?
The only thing I can tell them is stop being scared. And you have to have the faith of a mustard seed. Stop being scared. Like you have to move.
Preach, kid.
You have to move like in a space of not having fear. Because God has not given us a spirit of fear. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's given us a spirit of power and love.
Yes.
So it's like one of those things where you have to walk in there and you have to do it. It's going to be scary. Everything about everything that I do has been scary. From shooting music videos to recording, like to even putting this project out, like everything about it has been scary. The world is so judgmental. The world is so hateful. But what you have to remember is there's going to be a percentage of people that aren't hateful. There's going to be a percentage of people that are supportive. There are going to be a percentage of people that you may be able to sway. So you have to focus on them. Like once you start focusing on the negative people, you're literally going to be in competition with people that don't even want anything to do with you.
Come on now. I do.
And it's not going to do anything for your career.
And that's what a lot of us get lost at. And it's funny that you described it like that because even with us and us building our brand, you know, I met Story 2 weeks ago for the first time.
Oh, wow.
And she lives in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And we
she
have
called me all excited. I'm like, hey.
Yeah. And we have committed to build this platform for people like us and people like you and for the future icons who, because from what, you know, my experience, no one has ever done this, but I am a trendsetter. I am a curse breaker and for my family. Right? So I'm a first time this and a first time that, and here's another first time.
The thing about it is you really have to say fuck it when it comes to stuff like that because there's going to be so many different variations of what you're doing and people are going to be like, oh, well, I did this and I did that. But it's just simply because they did not execute it the way that you executed it. So at the end of the day, it's like 50 different bread brands. And they not worried about each other.
And I only eat Sara Lee.
Hello?
You but see, if it ain't Sara, don't put it in front of me.
And I'm so glad that you said that because that lets you know everybody has a preference. But everybody is going to eat.
Come on now. Come on.
Everybody is going to eat regardless, but everybody has a preference. So don't feel like because your brand isn't built up like everybody else, it's not marketed like everybody else.
And your story don't look like it.
It doesn't have to.
Right. No.
Because somebody's going to buy it.
You are unique to you. God made you how he made you. Your story and your story is your story. Your purpose is your purpose. And as long as you try, you
That's
can't,
all it takes.
You can't fail.
That's
right?
all it takes.
So you set up your tour for April.
Yes.
Do you have any first stops?
My first stop is Houston.
Houston, for real?
Houston is my first stop.
What are you doing in Houston?
We're doing a concert, and what I'm doing, this is the Disconnect tour. It's a promo tour. I'm taking two of my good friends with me, Javi, shout out to Javi, and Leo Rosso. Both of them are some amazing artists. Okay. But I'm taking both of them on the road with me. And we'll basically be performing, but I'm going to have artists from each city. It'll be independent artists from each city on the platform. So instead of me closing the show, I'm going to open the show. I'm going to leave the floor to the other artists to close the show. Because
that's even though coming behind you,
even though you know what I'm saying, it's named after the album. It's my promo tour to kind of like put myself out there. It's almost like me saying thank you for allowing me to come to your city. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't know me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like that's my way of saying thank you. I appreciate y'all for even giving me a platform to be in y'all city. So I'm going to do a couple of songs, you know what I'm saying? Do a couple of artists. I'm going to do a couple more songs. But then like as far as closing out, like it'll be somebody from their city that they know that's going to close out. I feel like out of respect You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into an area cocky.
But from a business standpoint, that's a good way to draw a new crowd.
Yeah.
Because that city and those performers for that city will bring their own crowd out.
Because they're gonna love on their people regardless.
Exactly.
So it's like when they see me, it's like we don't know you. So it's like now we gotta get to know you. And that's what the promo tour is for. Because if you remember back in the day, they would have the artists go to the mall and do pop-up shows. And that was like a part of them doing their promotional stuff because they would go, Britney Spears did it, NSYNC did it, Brandy did it, Destiny's Child did it. Like all these people, like these people that we listen to now, they started popping up at malls. Sammy, like they started popping up at malls and performing at malls because that was a general area where you could build a fan base. You do not know these people do not know you. So it gave you the opportunity to test everything out. And for people, if they do like you, they can come up, they can ask questions, they can get your information and things of that nature. And that's the purpose of the promo tour. It's giving me the opportunity to go out there. That way, if they do rock with me, they can come in, you know what I'm saying? They can get my information. All my information is literally going to be plastered everywhere. And then I'm doing radio in every one of those cities. Cool. Like I'm doing like a blog situation. I have this show that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. And it's called Hungry.
Okay.
And basically what I'll be doing in each one of these cities during the tour, I'll be shooting an episode with one of the artists or a creative from that city. But we're going to sit down at a Black-owned restaurant. And we're going to talk about their creative process and their career. It's not about me. It's about that moment. I'm just interviewing them. You know what?
You see how his mission is so aligns with what we doing. And for real, God is moving. Yeah. And he moving little people like us.
Whenever you want to come back on the show, you're going to be more than welcome. Because I want to hear about that journey.
Definitely.
We're going to be a part of that journey.
Definitely.
It's like
we're going to hop on one of them tour dates with you.
You said so much.
And we're going to collaborate with some of our artists of your choice.
I definitely would love to.
And whatever city you have us in, we will be there to support you as you have supported us.
Definitely. I would definitely be with you guys.
Because that's another aspect of Iconic Music Management. And we got a couple of acts. We ready to light the motherfucker summer up.
I have 2 showcases here in Atlanta. It's one next Thursday. It's called For Us Showcase. It's a For Us by Us showcase. But it's next Thursday at the Arts Bistro. I will definitely get the information to you. But it's free of charge for the artists, so they don't have to pay any fees to perform or anything like that. Like they just come.
Where's it gonna be at?
Arts Bistro. It's in Decatur. But we do that once a month on Thursdays, and then all the artists that perform, we put them on a playlist.
That's the last Thursday of the month.
It's normally the third. It's normally like the second. This one is gonna be the third. It's normally the second, and then the GCATL kickback is every second Sunday.
GCATL kickback.
The GCATL Got Code ATL. This a kickback that I do with my web series every second Sunday. That crowd is a lot bigger. It's way more massive, but they are so welcoming. Once again, the artists do not have to pay to perform. But I can show you like clips. Like that is I think that's like 100 plus. Okay. That's like 100 plus people.
So how can we're about to end the segment. How can new listeners reach you? Like shout out your social media, your website.
We'll have it posted on our.
It's easy to find me. It's HEMMINGW8Y on all platforms that you are looking for me for. If you find my Twitter or my Instagram or anything like that, my link tree is connected. My music is connected to that. Yeah. Like I literally keep everything connected to each other. Like my dance page is connected to my music page. Like all of that.
Wow. All right. Well, you guys heard it here first.
My OnlyFans will be up next month, y'all.
Now you gonna have me on OnlyFans? I just want to see what he doing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up. I really.
Send me that link too.
I will.
I mean, just got to
research, support, send it to a friend. Like all of that.
Send it to a friend. And Story is our PR person.
Okay.
Yeah,
so she's that person. She's the wizard behind that phone.
Oh yeah.
So and if she behind you, that's an army within itself. But we are behind you. Iconic Conversations, Iconic
Thank
Music
you.
Management, and everything. Iconic will be here to support you on every platform. So I will be at some of these shows.
Come on.
And we will be hitting Chicago together as a team. So I gotta
Yes.
hook up with Mars on
Let's
that.
go.
And we gotta
on.
hook up with Mars so that we can possibly join you in some more cities. Cool?
Definitely.
Well, thank you so much for coming
thank
today.
y'all.
Thank you.
I love
Goodbye.
you.
I see. So
I love you too.
now she understand why I was like,
Well,
good.
now, I mean, she told me. I was like, I just gotta meet him.
And
You know what I'm saying?
honestly,
You have to see stuff for yourself.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
see and meet people for yourself because everybody don't mesh or vibe well with everybody's spirit.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
just because
that's
you
true.
liked me does not mean
It didn't matter.
that it was gonna be.
She was gonna like
Yeah.
you because I was not
She said, "You ain't got
gonna
no
like
choice."
you, and she was gonna be like, okay,
all
yeah.
the buzz. We should have stopped the car, put it in park, and like,
And found
listen to the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, we're gonna see you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much,
You
Henry.
more than
Thank you
welcome.
so
Thank
much.
This is great. This is
Yes.
awesome.
Until next time.
Yay.
Go check him out. Check him out, y'all. I'm going to prophesize right now. He will be one of the biggest icons of our time within the next. I don't even want to give you a time, bro, because God haven't given me a time, and I don't lie when I prophesy. But I know what He showed me. When I saw you, my spirit was jumping. So I had to calm down and just kind of really rub my arms, because as part of my gift, it's just too much. I cannot wait. And I want to meet your mom. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to Icon Conversations. Yes. We look forward to bringing more new artists like Hemi your way so y'all can support. Go log on to his website. Y'all heard the cities that he said he coming to, and I'm going to repeat those cities.
Oh, they'll be posted
throughout. They're going to be on his social
they'll be
media
posted
page.
soon.
Like I tell y'all every day, if we don't support us, who will? Okay?
Exactly.
So we need you. You need us. Like, share, comment, join the conversation. We're going to follow up next week on the live chat. And we're going to talk about some of these subjects that, his music brought out. And we want your feedback, your opinion on it. Yes, pull up. Thank you so much. Iconic Conversations.
Thank you.